And you mentioned about Burrow's toe. I guess is today surgery day for him? And walk me through what his process might look like. And because I know when we were talking about it last week, Tom, you were saying 3 months from now would be Cincinnati's game home for Baltimore on week 15. So even if he gets some more rest time, it's Jake Browning's show potentially for the rest of the regular season, unless you tell me differently right now.
That's been sort of the belief, Joe Burrow being a competitor and frankly, having missed as much time as he's had and, not want to be labeled about, the guy who's just always got the injuries. He's going to do everything he can to get back, assuming that Jake Browning can keep the Bengals in this thing long enough for Burrow to get back. But 3 months is really the baseline here. This is like, 12 to 14 weeks probably from the people that I've talked to familiar with this injury. A grade 3 turf toe, you're talking about things torn under there. That's why there's no rehab option. There was no, hey, hope the pain goes away and heal up and maybe you're back. No, that's not possible. This is not a Brock Purdy type of an injury. This is something really severe here. So the plan was to have the surgery today, but the swelling needs to come out. And so they were going to evaluate. I don't know at this moment whether they actually got the surgery done today, but that has been the plan. That then starts that 3-month or 12 to 14-week clock. So sometime late in the season, this reminds me a little, Rich, of Aiden Hutchinson last year, where there was always that carrot out there for Aiden Hutchinson of, hey, if the Lions get to the Super Bowl, that's the soonest. Maybe you can get back. With Joe, it's like, hey, if the Bengals can stay alive until the end of the season, maybe you can get back. It's not a guarantee that you're going to be in that situation. It's not a guarantee everything's going to go right from a rehab perspective. But I also know from talking to Lions people about Aiden Hutchinson, different injury, obviously. But the reason that you've heard Dan Campbell and others say, hey, Aiden looks better than he ever has, part of that is because they feel like because he was so aggressive and attacked the rehab the way that he did, he actually came back and was in a better position than he was previously, just because he had rehabbed so aggressively. Maybe you get something similar here with Joe Burrow. He'll push that timetable. It does sound like it'll be 3 months, and we'll get our first real taste of can Jake Browning keep this train on the tracks on Sunday against Carson Wentz and the Vikings.
Right there in that town in Minnesota, Tom. I'm pleased to be able to give you information for a change. I think quite literally while I was asking you the question, Zach Taylor in Cincinnati confirmed he did have Burrow did have the surgery today. So that timeline you just laid out for us is now officially a clock that's running. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.